When the terrorist attack began, panic spread through the metro station. Armed terrorists took passengers hostage. But when security guard Marcus Johnson single-handedly neutralized the attackers, everyone was shocked, because no one knew he had been a Navy SEAL for 15 years. Welcome to Hidden Hero Stories. Before we begin this incredible story, tell me in the comments which city you're watching from today. And if you believe stories like these hidden heroes need to be told, hit that subscribe button and help us keep these stories alive. Union Square Metro Station was one of New York's busiest underground transportation hubs. Over 200,000 passengers passed through this station daily, where lines 4, 5, and 6 intersected. This 24-hour station was one of the places where the city's pulse beat strongest. Marcus Johnson was a 45-year-old, tall, dark-skinned, muscular, serious-looking man. He always wore a clean security uniform, carried military discipline in his posture, and used short, clear sentences when speaking. Marcus had been working as a security guard at Union Square Metro Station for 12 years. Every shift he came to work at 6 p.m. and left at 6 a.m. His duties were simple: ensure station security, detect suspicious activities, protect passenger safety, intervene in emergencies. That was all. MTA personnel and other security guards respected Marcus, but no one tried to have personal conversations with him. Station manager Janet Rodriguez said this about Marcus: "Marcus is an excellent security guard. We've never had any problems in 12 years. He's very careful, very reliable, but he's very quiet. We don't know anything about his past." This was true. Marcus wouldn't talk about his personal life. His co-workers didn't know where he lived, whether he had family, what he had done before. He was just a quiet security guard who did his job perfectly and didn't harm anyone. Marcus's behavior at the station was remarkable. He wasn't just doing security work, he was practically doing tactical assessment. He would check every corner, know all exits, and instantly detect suspicious individuals. It was as if he was analyzing the station like a battlefield. Marcus's observation ability is incredible, said night shift colleague Tony Martinez. He notices even the smallest detail. He can immediately tell from a person's behavior whether they're dangerous or not. It's like he's been trained. One of the station's regular passengers, police officer Detective Sarah Chen, liked observing Marcus. "This man is different," she would say. "His movement style, the way he scans the environment, threat assessment. He definitely has a military background." But Detective Chen's observations remained at the speculation level. Marcus gave no clues to anyone. Other personnel working at Union Square Metro night shift supervisor Mike Williams, 38 years old, 15-year MTA employee; cleaning crew chief Maria Santos, 42 years old, responsible for station cleaning; and ticket booth operator David Kim, 35 years old, 8 years experienced. They all appreciated Marcus professionally, but they all wondered about his mystery too. Marcus's most striking characteristic was how he behaved during crisis moments. Medical emergencies, drunk passengers, petty crimes would occur. In these situations, while other security guards panicked, Marcus maintained his composure and gave professional-level responses. Once there was an elderly man who had a heart attack at the station. While everyone didn't know what to do, Marcus had started immediate CPR, provided life support until EMT arrived, and saved the man's life. No one understood how he had such advanced medical knowledge. Marcus gave an incredible performance that day. EMT team leader Robert Wilson had said, "But I wonder where he got his medical training." He intervened at a professional level. Marcus's private life was also mysterious. No one knew where he went after work, who he spent time with, what he did on weekends. The only known thing was that he lived alone in a small apartment in Brooklyn. Actually, Marcus Johnson's real story was much more complex. His birth name was Marcus James Johnson. Born in Detroit in 1978, he had a difficult childhood. His father was killed in street crime. His mother raised him alone. In 2000, at age 22, he joined the U.S. Navy. After basic training, he applied for the SEAL selection process, passed Hell Week, and completed Bout de Soulis training. Between 2002 to 2017, he served as a Navy SEAL for 15 years. He was part of SEAL Team 6 and participated in the most classified operations: Afghanistan, Iraq, Somalia, Syria. He conducted counter-terrorism missions in the world's most dangerous places. Marcus's SEAL career was legendary. High-value target eliminations, hostage rescue operations, direct action raids, reconnaissance missions. He developed expertise in all types of special operations. Between 2007 to 2015, Marcus was one of Team 6's most elite members. Although he couldn't participate in the Osama bin Laden raid, he participated in similar-level critical missions. Over 200 combat operations, over 50 confirmed kills, countless rescued hostages. Marcus's professional record was flawless. Navy Cross, Silver Star, Bronze Star with Valor, Purple Heart. He received the most prestigious military decorations. But in 2017, a life-changing event occurred for Marcus. During a hostage rescue mission in Syria, civilian casualties occurred, and Marcus developed severe PTSD. Despite therapy, his combat effectiveness decreased, and he decided to take early retirement. Returning to civilian life was very difficult. Private military contractors offered jobs, but Marcus wanted to distance himself from violence. Security work provided a peaceful transition. In 2017, he applied to MTA, showed his military experience at a basic level during background check, and hid his SEAL identity. Metro security work gave Marcus stability. Routine work, civilian interaction, peaceful environment. It helped heal the trauma of his SEAL years. For 12 years, he hadn't shared this new identity with anyone. That Friday evening, Marcus had started his shift normally. It was 6:15 p.m., during rush hour traffic intensity. The station was crowded: office workers, students, tourists, local residents. Normal New York metro chaos. Marcus had taken position on the main platform, monitoring crowd flow. Situational awareness from years of training was active. He was scanning every passenger, looking for potential threats. At 7:30 p.m., Marcus noticed unusual activity. 3 men were exhibiting movement patterns that didn't conform to normal passenger flow. They were moving in coordination, taking specific positions. Marcus's SEAL training sounded alarms. This wasn't normal behavior. This was coordinated tactical movement. Marcus discreetly observed the men, all Middle Eastern appearance, loose clothing, nervous demeanor, suspicious bulges, concealed weapons probable. They were positioning at the station's strategic points. SEAL experience instantly analyzed the situation. Terrorist attack preparation. Multiple subjects, armed, coordinated. Target crowded metro station. Intent mass casualties. Marcus evaluated his options. He could call NYPD, request backup, but response time minimum 5-10 minutes. In this time, the attack would be executed. Innocent civilians could die. Or he could activate his 15 years of SEAL training and make a personal intervention. But if he intervened, the identity he had hidden for 12 years would be exposed. Marcus looked at the old SEAL trident he took from his emergency kit in his locker. Navy SEAL Team 6, time to protect these people, he muttered. He took action. He activated SEAL combat protocol. First situation assessment, then tactical advantage, finally overwhelming force application. He discreetly approached the first suspect. The man was trying to arm a device in his backpack. Bomb. Marcus used a silent takedown technique to render the man unconscious and disarmed the bomb. When the second suspect realized that Marcus had neutralized the first target, he panicked. He pulled out an automatic weapon and began shooting at passengers. Marcus took cover position and protected civilians. SEAL CQB close quarters battle training kicked in. Precise movement, calculated shots, minimal collateral damage. 15 seconds later, the second terrorist was neutralized. The third suspect tried to activate a suicide vest. Marcus destroyed the detonator with a long-range precision shot and prevented the explosion. The entire operation was completed in 45 seconds. 3 terrorists neutralized, bomb disarmed, suicide vest disabled. 0 civilian casualties. There was absolute silence in the station. Hundreds of witnesses had seen Marcus's incredible combat performance. This wasn't a normal security guard. This was an elite-level warrior. Detective Sarah Chen was the first officer to arrive at the scene. Marcus, what the hell just happened? Marcus had secured the weapons and preserved evidence. 3 armed suspects attempted coordinated attack. Situation neutralized. Marcus, where do these combat skills come from? Marcus took a deep breath. The truth he had hidden for 12 years could no longer be concealed. Detective Chen, I'm former military, special operations background. What kind of special operations? Navy SEAL, Team 6, 15 years active duty. Chen's jaw dropped. SEAL Team 6, are you serious? Very serious. But that life is behind me. I'm just Metro Security now. At this point, NYPD units, FBI teams, Homeland Security agents were starting to arrive at the scene. Marcus's identity was rapidly spreading. FBI Special Agent Jennifer Walsh approached. Mr. Johnson, impressive work, but we need a full debrief. Your SEAL Team 6 background, Agent Walsh, I appreciate it, but I'm retired. This was a one-time situation. Sir, terrorism prevention at this level, there will be consultation offers. Marcus felt uncomfortable. He didn't want publicity. He wanted to return to his peaceful Metro job. The next day, the story became major news. Former Navy SEAL prevents Metro terror attack. Marcus had lost his anonymity. MTA station manager, Janet Rodriguez, had a meeting with Marcus. Marcus, why didn't you ever tell us in 12 years? SEAL Team 6, Janet, because that identity is behind me. I'm a civilian now. I'm a Metro worker. But Marcus, these skills, you're an incredible asset. Janet, I'm the same person. I just did my job. Days passed. Marcus tried to return to his normal routine, but everything had changed. Passengers saw him differently. Media attention was inevitable. A call came from the Pentagon. Admiral Richardson, from Navy SEAL Command. Commander Johnson, excellent work. Would you consider reactivation? Admiral, sir, respectfully decline. I chose civilian life. Johnson, the country needs you. Sir, I serve my country. Different way. Civilian protection, community safety. The Admiral understood. Roger that, Commander. But know that the door is always open. Weeks passed. Marcus gradually adapted to the new reality. SEAL identity exposed, but mission the same. Still protecting people. Different environment. Young security guard, Jake Martinez, approached Marcus. Marcus, would you teach me combat techniques, threat assessment? Marcus embraced the mentoring opportunity. Jake, the important thing is protection mindset. Technical skills are secondary. But Marcus, you were a legendary SEAL. Jake, I'm Metro Security now. Past experience helps, but current mission matters most. Marcus began teaching young security staff tactical awareness, threat detection, emergency response. Months passed. Marcus's reputation grew in NYC. He was known as the Metro SEAL, but his preferred identity was still simple security guard. One afternoon, there was an attempted robbery at the station. Marcus apprehended the suspects non-violently. Minimum force, maximum effectiveness. Detective Chen observed. Marcus, your approach has completely changed. More gentle, more restrained. Chen, civilian environment is different. SEAL techniques need to be adapted. Protect, not destroy. This perspective gave Marcus new purpose. Adapting SEAL skills for civilian protection, maximizing safety while minimizing violence. A year later, Marcus continues working at Union Square Metro. Still security guard, still protector, still humble. SEAL background is now known, but primary identity is civilian guard. MTA offered Marcus a promotion, Metro System Security Coordinator. Marcus, security planning for the entire NYC subway system. You're the perfect candidate. Marcus considered carefully. Bigger responsibility, more impact, but also more visibility. Janet, I'm happy here. Local station, direct passenger interaction. This is enough. But Marcus, you could have a citywide impact. Janet, I'm making the biggest impact here. Protecting individual passengers, training young guards. This is meaningful. Marcus realized something. In his SEAL years, he eliminated high-value targets. Now he protects everyday people. Both important, but the second is more fulfilling.
Another year passed. Marcus's story became an occasional news feature, but he preferred low profile. One evening, teenage girl Sarah Rodriguez approached, scared, being stalked by a dangerous individual. "Mr. Marcus, this man is following me. I reported to police, but..." Marcus immediately went into protective mode. "Sarah, you're safe. I'll handle it." Marcus did discreet surveillance of the stalker, gathered evidence, presented a comprehensive case to NYPD. Stalker arrested. Sarah safe. "Mr. Marcus, are you a hero?" Marcus smiled gently. "Sarah, I'm just doing my job, protecting people." This interaction gave Marcus a purpose reminder. SEAL missions were classified. Civilians never knew. In his metro job, he saw direct impact. People thanked him face to face. Years later, Marcus Johnson continues service at Union Square Metro, still wearing security uniform, still scanning for threats, still protecting passengers. Former SEAL colleagues occasionally visit. There's respect, but also understanding that Marcus chose a different path. "Marcus, don't you miss it? Action, adrenaline, high-stakes missions. Guys, I find action here. Different kind, protecting innocent people, daily basis. This has its own adrenaline." Children grow up in the metro, hearing Mr. Marcus stories. He's known as the station's guardian angel. Today, Marcus Johnson is 45 years old, still working night shift, still vigilant, still protective. SEAL trident dusty in locker, but warrior spirit for stronger than ever. Because real warriors adapt their battlefields. Marcus served in Afghanistan mountains and Iraqi deserts. Now he serves in subway tunnels and metro platforms.
As hidden hero stories, we ask, have you met someone like Marcus? Someone with extraordinary background, hiding in plain sight. Someone who chose civilian service over military glory. Share in the comments, because our cities are full of people like Marcus Johnson, silent guardians, who traded battlefield heroics for everyday protection. Subscribe to Hidden Hero Stories, because real heroes don't seek recognition. They just continue their mission wherever civilians need protection. Until the next story, pay attention to the security guards, the quiet protectors around you. They might be carrying incredible stories of service and sacrifice. Marcus Johnson taught us that the greatest battles aren't always fought with weapons, but with the quiet courage to protect strangers every single day.